Hi, I'm Sam Short. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer and Product Owner at Mabel. We're a AI software company that focuses on the restaurant hospitality industry. Today, I'm recording a quick learning for the CSRA in the hopes that what I'm going to show you how to do will help your members and constituents, but potentially help you too. What I teach at these is quick references for how to use generative AI to help you save time, occasionally save money, but certainly to streamline your day, give you a little bit of time back. That's the critical point. AI generally is about augmenting what you do, not taking jobs or doing these other things. And used well, can really help you streamline the things you're trying to say, and create tools to help communicate those things to your teams and more. So what we're going to do today is we're going to run over a look at how to create a standard operating procedure, right? And there are lots of times when in restaurants in their policies and stuff change those policies, and when they do, how do you train your team? How do you get buy-in? How do you get the right tools in their hand? How do you do it effectively and quickly without boring them? How do the trainers learn how to train people? So there's all these different questions and things that move around it. But generally what we're trying to look at with generative AI is how to give it good prompts. Because when it comes down to it, AI across the board, but certainly with generative AI, is only as good as the information you give it. The better information that you give it, the better off you're going to be when it comes to getting a final product back, right? Now, I use a couple different AIs in my everyday, all right? ChatGPT is one I use a lot. And people can say, why'd you pick ChatGPT instead of Gemini or DeepSeek or X or Y? I'm not going to get into that today. I'm just going to do a quick learning. Happy to talk to you about that at another time. But today what we're going to do is we're going to develop an SOP to train people how to deal with customer complaints, right? That's a big thing, comes up in every industry, not just the restaurant industry, but it's an easy one to talk about. So what I've done here is I've pulled up and I've got ChatGPT up in my browser, and I've written a prompt. It's a pretty basic prompt, right? Now we can be more specific, but we're going to say we're starting from scratch. We want to overhaul our standard operating procedure. So please develop an SOP to train the front of house staff at Zuby's Old Town Tavern in Lansing, Michigan, how to deal with customer complaints. Pop that in. I click go on ChatGPT, and here we go. ChatGPT says, okay, here's what we did. Okay, SOP customer handlings, right? It goes through what's the purpose, okay? Our guiding principle, every complaint is a chance to win a guest for life. That's a great one, right? And then I've got the least method, which is the method it's come up with, a really easy acronym to grasp and understand what's happening. I've got stop what you're doing, give your guests full attention, use open body language, empathize, apologize, solve, thank, right? An escalation protocol, documentation, right? About any major complaints, repeated guest concerns, these things that are happening regularly, what not to do, what to do, and a final thought. That's great, right? That's really impactful. That's something you can take. Now, you can tailor this if you want. You can go back in, copy, paste, and do all those things. Or you can start the creation of surrounding materials. That's where we're going to go. We're going to say, this is good. I like this. This is a good SOP. This is what I want to communicate to my folks. Now, how am I going to do that? Well, I want to please also develop a training plan to implement this SOP with staff. Okay, so let's do that. Let's see what ChatGPT is going to go there. Training plan, handling customer complaints. Okay, it's got objectives. All right, duration time. Okay, we've got 10 minutes, introduction and framing, walking through the SOP, role-playing scenarios. Okay, perfect. A debrief, and then commit to culture. So there's a quick hour training. Hey, we're going to roll this out to staff. We're going to bring in for a meeting. Here are the things we're going to do. Here's a reference to the materials they're going to need for it. And then here's a follow-up plan with your managers. Week 1, here's what managers should be doing. Week 2, week 3, week 4, right? So how do I communicate that we're going to do this? Well, okay, that's easy. Please write a company-wide Slack that will go out informing everyone that this is coming down the pipeline. Okay? And there you go. Here's a warm, clear, professional company-wide Slack, right? Heads up, Zuby's crew, this is what's happening. Okay, this is what we're trying to do. Okay? So that's great. So now we've communicated to the team what's happening. We've got a plan of action for the training. We've got the base training outline itself. How about who's going to do the training, right? My managers. So please write the trainers versions of the managers are prepared to execute this training with staff. Okay. So the managers are prepared to execute, not execute. Okay. And there we go. We're now going to be able to train our trainers how to communicate this stuff, right? How to be knowledgeable. What's important to hit with this lists, right? Oh, I missed that. Okay, there we go. But in general, right, we've got a suggested training agenda. Now, one of the things, you're going to have to run through all of this documentation to make sure it's good, cleaned up. That's what you want to do. But it's a lot easier to run through with a red pen than it is easier to create things on the fly, right? So now we have a framework to work with. Let's say this is great. And I think it is, right? It's a real framework. It's training for my trainers, training for my staff, the full SOPs. You can even take it to the next level, and that's what we're going to do here. Once something that I've already done, but I went over to from ChatGPT. I went to a tool called Nvideo.io, right? You've got Nvideo.io here, and I plugged in, right, because I had already done this. I went back up here, right, to my least scenario, and I copied this handling procedure. And then I took that handling procedure and I said, please create a 2-minute training video with this handling procedure, and I plugged it right into Nvideo.io. And let's see what we've got.
Zuby's team. Today we're diving into something essential, handling customer complaints like a pro. At Zuby's Tavern, every guest should feel heard, respected, and cared for, even when something goes wrong. So let's break it down with our core philosophy. Least first up. Listen, give the guest your full attention. Stop what you're doing, make eye contact, and genuinely listen. Avoid interrupting. You could say, I'm really...
So as you can see, we've created the base model for a quick training video. It's all free images, right? And this was the free version. Now there's a paid version of GenAI that you can design the person you are going to be speaking. You could put them in a restaurant or a bar. You can really design how that video is going to look. But this is a cheap, impactful, and easy way to do this for very inexpensively, right? ChatGPT is $10 a month. The base model of Nvideo AI is, I think, $8. So for $18 a month, you can create simple training videos, comprehensive training plans, train the trainer plans on top of that, communication to your staff, an entire package for how to roll out a new policy, maybe it's not a new policy. Maybe it's new marketing for your new burger release or your new pizza release. Maybe it's a new hiring plan for how you're engaging new staff coming on. Maybe it could be any number of different things. But in the course of, and you just saw, it took me a couple minutes to do the written ChatGPT. It takes about 2 minutes for the GenAI video to pop up and be creative. But in less than 30 minutes, you can roll out an entire program. You can sit in an exec meeting and say, this is something we have to do. This is what we want to do. And then an hour later, have a product to look at that you can then, the team can go back and red pen and redraft and engage in, such that you can have in a day or two something that would have previously taken weeks, right? Or maybe months, just depending on how big an organization you have. But this is a really easy and I think impactful thing to do. It's something that can change a lot of people's lives, and frankly, make it a lot easier on the people who you're trying to train and engage with, right? So with that, I'll say thanks so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. If you have any more interest, please look me up, Sam at byod.ai or on LinkedIn, and I'd be very happy to talk to you more about this and what we do at BYOD with Mabel. So, all right, thanks.